Hello, here it's Reason Fan again with another house build. This time we're building a Scandinavian inspired house, sort of. Uh, I recently was looking at the Ikea website, and then you end up building this kind of house apparently. So that's what we're doing. I am also here to give you the update we've all been waiting for. So the last house build I did 2 weeks ago, I told you all about the um, conversation I had with my neighbor and the two counselors and my dad and a friend of my neighbors, uh, and I had no hope, none. But the day after that, she talked to my neighbor on the other side, and it might have been him that persuaded her to rethink what she said. Because I have to knock on wood before I say this. She's been quiet. It's remarkable to me, as remarkable as it's to you, I bet. Uh, so I was quite surprised that she has been quiet. I didn't expect it. I have heard her yell a couple of times, but that's always only briefly, so I think I'm okay with that. But yeah, as I just said, it's strange that a conversation with some counselors uh, makes you rethink your actions. But I am happy nonetheless that it's quiet now. That is something I'm happy for, and I am very pleased that it's like that. Because as I said, I had no hope that anything was gonna change. So it is nice that something has changed. So the main thing of this Danish design house is that it's very minimalistic, which is not my usual type of house. I like my house. I think I've talked about this millions of times, but I really, really, really like what you would call an English cottage. As the next house build uh, I am posting is an English cottage. That is just what I really enjoy. But as I also have said in the past, it's good to venture out of your comfort zone now and again, now and then. And that is definitely what I was trying to do in this build, which of course is good. It's good that I'm trying to branch out here and there. And now there's, I think it's base game. There's this chair that really screams IKEA to me. So we're using that, and everything else is very minimalistic. That's really the vibe Scandinavian houses give me. Very natural, earthy tones. Even using this light mossy green on the bedding is really giving me that vibe. I did for once uh, build the bedroom first, mostly because I just had a vision for it, and then it's of course easier to build. And here we're gonna find a chair and just plunk it down. I did happen to be in the IKEA last week. So I think for at least 3 years, I've lived in this house for at least for the last 3 years, I have been eyeing this wooden step at IKEA. There is it's a stepping stool, and there is a couple of variants of there. There's just a plain wooden one, a white one, and a black one. And I had seen a friend of mine paint one of the wooden stools before, and I thought I could do that. So I really wanted to buy one, but said wooden stool has been out of shop for at least the last 2 years, and I didn't straight up put my name on the mailing list to see when it would come back. I just randomly sometimes check it to see if it's there. And also, I have lived in this house for 4 years, and for the whole 4 years, there's nothing. I have no art on the wall above my couch, which is very typical to have, I would say. I just have never found anything that pleased me. And last week, I checked again on the IKEA website. No, I had the week before that or something, last month. I finally put my name on the mailing list for said wooden stool. And then last week I got an email that it was back in store. So I thought, well, I'm gonna gather up my mom and we are going to go to IKEA to get this wooden stool. And then as the days grow closer to the date we were going to go to IKEA, I realized that I could buy this wooden stool. But will I ever paint it? Because then you have to go to another store, buy painting supplies, and buy some nice paint in a nice color. And then by the time I had already sort of made up my mind that I was not going to paint it, the stool went out of store again, out of stock. That's more the word I was looking for, which is always great. You try so hard, and then it also doesn't work out. That's just fantastic. So I did go to IKEA and I did end up buying one of the stools, but a white one, and I put it back together. Put it together, not back together, and it's standing here in the corner of this room, and it's looking nice. And I already used it today, which is also good. And really happy with my purchase. I think I'm gonna have lots of use out of it, which is always good. And it doubles up as a nightstand for my guest bed. Not that my niece or my nephew cares about a nightstand, but I think it looks nicer. I have also looked into, I have a lamp that you can clamp onto things on the bed, clamped. It's clamped on the bed, because I have this other stool. It's like this mossy green, the one I'm using in this house, sort of. It's more bluish than this green, and I have bought that to double up as a nightstand, because I don't have a lot of people that really stay the night. My niece and my nephew sometimes do, and I thought it would be nice for for them to have something to put their book on, or their lamp, their night light, something like that. But this lamp that you can clamp onto stuff, I was thinking I could maybe clamp it onto the wooden stool, But the wooden stool also needs to move around quite a bit now and again. So I don't think I'm gonna clamp the lamp onto the stool. I also last week had this fantastic issue with my game. I have been having issues with my Sims 3 game off and on for quite a while. And last week I there was this tip I found that you could exit out of full screen mode, and that would help. I looked at it and found another setting that also sort of was a full screen, and you can see me trying to build with it, and it worked out okay for this build, but this didn't really uh, do what I wanted it to. I'm back to full screen mode and a half working game. My brother is planning on looking into it, but of course he is busy, because that's what brothers do. They want to help you, but then when you ask them to, they're not home. That's usually the issue. But I hope that when he does have time, he can take a look at it. Because over the years I have had this game, I have thoroughly enjoyed playing it. It also is a moment of relief for me. You just plop it on, you play for at least an hour, and then you turn it back off, and it's usually a good time, which I enjoy. But yeah, not when your game just out of nowhere crashes and you're stuck with a game. That doesn't work. I played The Sims 4 this weekend. Weirdly, my brother said maybe your computer is something in the computer is broken or getting broken. But that would have meant that my Sims 4 game also had to crash, and it didn't, which is great, because now I've done every step so far that I could master by myself. And I think my dad's coming over this week, but he is not that savvy with computers as my brother is. It's my brother's job. So that's the fact that he can't be here this week to look at it is really tough on me, but we will persevere. Just like I should every time. But yeah, I also, when I was looking at the wooden stool on the Ikea website, I also checked the wall decorations, because as I said, I've been living in this house for 4 years, and I don't have anything above my couch, and it's quite a big empty space. I would say that wall is about 6 meters or something, which is quite a big stretch of white. And I would also say that the ceiling is sort of higher than a normal room, I would say. But yeah, as I said, I have been very picky about what I wanted above this couch, because it's something that you have to look at. And when I went to Harry Styles concerts, I bought a poster and I wanted to frame it, so I have had a frame for it, framed it, and said poster has been sitting on the floor in my living room. My mom thinks it's a bad idea. She said, well, in a year you're not gonna like him again. I don't know where she's getting this idea from, because I have been a fan of Harry Styles from the moment I saw him, like when he was 16. and I think the dude is now 27 or something, 28. No clue how old he really is, but that has been at least 10 years. And I think for those 10 years, I have not once doubted my fan uh, interest into him. Really good with words, people. You can tell that. So I spotted on the IKEA website they had something new, some new wall art, which had some purple in it, which is also unique because I don't think purple is really a color that people are wanting to have in their homes. And you will never guess it. I bought it. It's downstairs. I now have to figure out how I want it to be hung on the wall, which also has been a trouble. Just you want it to look nice because you have to look at it for years. It has to be, I would say perfect, but I can already hear my mom saying, "Well, it can't be perfect." So that's something to keep in mind. But I still would like it to look the best it could. So yeah, I'm pretty okay at building a house in The Sims 3, but picking something for above my couch has been a real trouble. So make of that what you want. Apparently not that easy. Picking things, making decisions about stuff that you will have to look at for a while. Although I think I was pretty quick buying this couch, so I would say sometimes I'm quick at things. Sometimes I might not, but most of the times I am. But yeah, I bought something. I've also have played around with the layout of because it's single. It's a couple of frames that you can just hang up in any way you like it. But that means that I have to decide of how I want these frames to look. And the options IKEA gave us were very bare. Just the same size frames next to each other in a row. That's not how I would like it. There was only one creative option, and that looked very that looked okay-ish, but I have this long wall and I would like it to at least cover some of the wall because I think that would be nice. You can let's continue talking about the build for a second because I can see we're reaching the end. That's nice, of course, that's very nice. You can see me at least trying to do a tiny bit of landscaping as this is a Scandinavian style inspired house, which is very minimalistic, which also means that I had to try and do a landscape but then also don't. And I wanted some sort of play equipment because I would think with 2 kids you would like that. But I can see at my screen that I am going to finish my voiceover right here. As always, the screenshots are at the end of the video if you want to check out the layout of this place. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Well, if you enjoyed watching this, please thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel so you see the next house build in 2 weeks time on a Thursday. And my name is Vizeven and I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.